Two-eye safety shown. Zone coverage look. Takes the snap, throws right side, and this one is caught by Kogan. His second reception of the game. Max Kogan still going inside the 20-yard line. Max Kogan will not be brought down to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. Shotgun for Gonzalez. Far bubble screen pass is caught. The ball comes out. It's taken back by Jonathan Joseph. He's going to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Badgers. Quarterback takes the snap, throws over the middle, intercepted by Velez, his fourth of the game, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Badgers lead 51-0 here in Worcester. Carmody, handoff, Rosario again, gets through the hole. Manny Rosario pushing his way forward. Rosario trying to get it in, and he gets inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Badgers. Baxter comes across again in motion. Carmody takes the snap, fake the give, floats it, back shoulder fade to the end zone. Reyes, and he finds him. Touchdown, Badgers. One to the right for Pena. Bennett to his right. Takes the snap, steps back. Pena throws left side, and this one's intercepted by Phillips. Takes it across the 50 into Longhorns territory and out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Kyler Reyes had 2 receiving touchdowns in the last game. Going into this one, 5 total receiving touchdowns on the season, now 6. Harmon to kick it off. End over end, straight down the middle kick. And this one's returned out to the left side. Brought back across the 30, coming to the inside, trying to make a man miss across the 40-yard line. Good field position for the Longhorns.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of jawing at the end of the play. And if you're the Badgers, you got to get your guy out of there. Not draw any extra laundry, as the combined tackle from Marquise Allen and Wesley Colin brought down the returner there, but pretty decent return. Looks to be about to the 40-yard line. So pretty good starting field position for the Longhorns.
Badgers up 14-6, and what's been a great game of resilience for them after a rough start. Tim Carmody, 2 interceptions on 2 passes, but he's had an amazing rebound ever since.
And, you know, it's still a 1-score game at this stage, Sam, but if you're the Badgers, at the very least, the worst the Longhorns can do in one possession is tie this ball game. They cannot take the lead, as the maximum number of points you can get in a single possession is 8.
That is true. Always a good point. Pena in shotgun. 2 receivers right. 1 on the left side. Handoff to his running back up the middle. Badgers trying to get a strip, and he gets stood up after about a yard.
Good job from the interior D lineman there to contain that. The Longhorns actually ran a pretty interesting package there where they had their slot receiver step back as if he was going to take a screen pass, you know, to try and see if they could pull the edge defenders to the outside, and they did. You know, the guys on the edges were going around the edges, created some possible openings, you know, between the guards and tackles, but the interior D lineman getting great penetration on that play to blow that one up immediately and make sure it didn't go anywhere.
Brandon Bennett, the running back on that run. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation again for Pena. This Longhorns team's pretty much exclusively operated out of shotgun. Single high safety for the Badgers. Pena rolls up, throws it in the middle. That one is dropped and incomplete. Went a little bit high.
Those high fastballs from the quarterback have been a big problem for the Longhorns, and the Badgers, in a way, lucky and in a way unlucky on that play. You know, the defender's a little late to get to that play in what looked like it was going to be a completed pass, but then when it was dropped, if Harmon wasn't focusing on getting the hit, he could have potentially had a free interception in his lap if he wasn't trying to play the receiver. But it's like, you got to play the receiver. He's open.
You can't not.
Yeah, exactly.
After the incomplete pass, they went high. 3rd and 9 for the Longhorns. 2 receivers on each side. Single high safety yet again for the Badgers. Pena Wait to sec, takes the snap, gears up, throws over the middle, slant route, and this one is caught into Badgers territory to about the 46-yard line.
Yep. The Badgers not playing super tight on that shallow slant, just kind of daring the Longhorns to connect on that one, and, well, they did. Great pass from Pena. A good route run by, I think, number 18, and they got the first down.
Just good stuff picking up the first down there. Interestingly enough, back when the Longhorns had their first goal-to-go situation, I was wondering why they didn't run a slant. Instead, they opted to run a motion, drawing the Badgers players to the left side. They could have ran a decently open slant, especially if it happened to be they were able to get a hole in the Badger zone or just beat them in the man-to-man coverage. Shotgun again for Pena from about the 46.5. Two receivers on each side. Single high safety from the Badgers again. They've loved to operate in cover one in this one. Pena takes the snap. Receivers going long. Pena guns it over the middle, and he has his man breaking away to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Simple seam route. Good work from the offensive line to give it time to develop upfield, and just a bullet of a pass from Pena, as looks like some complaints among the secondary as they were a good couple of steps behind the receiver that time.
Definitely wide open route, Jesse. Longhorns now only down by 2. It'll be interesting to see if they opt to tie it or just go for the extra point.
I feel like in this scenario you got to go for 2. You know, your kicker didn't do a great job on the PAT. You've got a chance to tie it. You got to go for 2.
I got to agree with you. You got to be aggressive. And they are going for 2. Longhorns with a 2-point conversion would tie this one up. 3 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Running back to Pena's left. Pena takes the snap after delayed count, steps up in the pocket, and he's wrapped up by the Badgers. He goes down, and the Badgers still have the lead here in the second quarter.
Great rush coming there. It was Joshua Vaglika getting the sack there at the end, but a great rush off the edge, I think, from number 95, Xavier Norris, to initially spook Pena and blow up the potential screen pass on that play. Just immediately swallow that one up and maintain the lead.